All right, next up we have the rocker nozzle. So Ethan, come on up.
Hello, my name is Ethan Elking. I'm a third-year mechanical engineering major, and I invented the rocker nozzle. For patent reason, I can't tell you why it's called the rocker nozzle or what it looks like, but it's a innovative garden hose sprayer for homeowners, gardeners, and car washers to end all frustration with garden hose sprayers. I took a survey of 272 people and found that the vast majority of people only use shower and jet the most often, and those are the two nozzles that my sprayer will feature. About 70% of people use a selector style sprayer, which is ones that look like this with the rotating nozzles on the end. So that's what we're going to compare it to. Those sprayers use a poppet type valve, so it's essentially a piece of rubber plugging a hole, and it's forced by the spring. There's several problems with that, which leads to its unreliability. As you can see, most people think that their sprayer lasts less than 2 years, or 2 years and less. One of the problems is it's relying on springs to keep the valve shut, so when the springs weaken or the valve dirties over time, the spring can't close the valve anymore. Another weak point is the rotating selector on the front. It's the first piece to hit the ground. It has to seal also. It's the first place to break. Another thing is when you want to turn on the sprayer and let go and keep it on, the little thing you have to flip down is really inconvenient. It's not intuitive at all, and it accidentally flips. Finally, sprayers are not built to last. All the moving parts are on the outside, so when you drop it, it hits them and they break. And most of them are non-disassemblable. Mine solves all those problems. There's no reliance on springs. All the motion is done by your fingers. There's no secondary selector, so it's all one-handed. There's fewer moving parts. And because you have to turn it off after you turn it on, the trigger lock feature is totally intuitive. With my sprayer, moving parts are minimized, and they're located inside of the angle, so when it hits the ground, it won't hit the moving parts. It's fully disassemblable, and the jet nozzle is much longer than a normal jet nozzle, so it'll spray farther, won't fan out as much. And in the production rocker nozzle, it'll be injection molded plastic. It has the same number of seals, only 4 moving parts, 2 moving parts. So I'm predicting it'll be able to be produced for the same price as a normal sprayer, which my estimate is about $1. I can sell that for $20 retail to get into the premium market. This is what my survey respondents paid on their last sprayer, most between $8 and $20. So as I said, I'm going to sell it in the $20 range to get into the premium market, because this is a premium product. My competition go by these brands right here. There's actually only a couple. Some of those on the board are big box brands that just license to the other brands. They range from about $5 to $33, and quality is supposed to increase with price, so that's why we're pricing it in the higher price range. As you can see from this data, online retailer sales have increased drastically over the 3 years, but it's still a minor part of the market for lawn and garden sales. So we're going to target local hardware stores and try to move into big box stores. The total market of lawn and gardening supplies is $48 billion a year, but from my survey data, the average sprayer is about $14, and you buy one every 2 years, so that's $500 million a year for United States sprayer total sales, and I'm going to estimate that I can take about 20% of that in the long run. According to the survey, I found 28% of gardeners are growing more vegetables due to inflation, and that's up from 21% last year. And even though people return to their pre-pandemic lifestyles and gardening habits decrease, it's still on the rise. It's just the increase is decreasing a little bit. So it's supposed to increase still. I found that men are more frequently gardeners and lawn care compared to their women counterparts in each generation. And also millennials and Gen X do most lawn care and gardening. That's why we're going to focus on big box stores also and men. The next steps for the rocker nozzle is to build a functional prototype so we can test it and gather feedback from testers that we employ to test the prototype. And we're going to optimize the design for injection molding and then patent the design and look to license or actually manufacture it. Thank you.
All right. So Ethan didn't share that he actually won one of our regular competitions at the center. We offer something with the tribunal in our engineering college called the Innovation Challenge. And it's been about a year since you won that, right? Maybe a year and a half, where he came up with this idea. So it's really exciting to see how he's taken and progressed this further through this program. So does anybody have any questions for Ethan?
How did you come up with the design?
Well, my family goes through a lot of sprayers, as you can probably guess. So I wanted to make one just like a one-off for us to use. And I thought, what if we try this idea, and I just drew it up from there.
How did you find the people that you surveyed for your?
I sent it a Google Forms to my Miamisburg Facebook group. You know, that's where I'm from. And they responded.
Questions? All right, Ethan, thank you.